1, 2, 3. Holy, that might be the best one yet.
Even get caught starting, and we're going to have some cleanup.
Throw his helmet at the driver, he done.
5, 4,
3, 2, 1. It's fan free time.
That's what we call a standing start. Don't pace that for van free.
Listen, just because it's van free doesn't mean we're not sophisticated, Larry. We can, oh, when we've got problems, what is going on? The 199 can't even get caught to start. First time hit the ramp.
Two or three of them went across the ramp that time.
Well, the 80 has said, you know what, I'm going to get it out of the way right out the gate and getting turned around. You've got obstacles. Oh! And a head-on collision there as the 369 of Vegas, Jake Shearbrook, our winner from Indy, having trouble. And we'll see if anybody's a little bit more aggressive or a little bit more conservative rather this time and tries to stay away from that ramp. It looks like everybody opted to skip it this time.
Well, in the intro, 169 Banks is leading this race with a 32-car speedy cop van, I might add. But in a second, we got them scattered all over the front straightaway.
So we've got two vans that are blocking traffic that have made things even more narrow. The number one of Christian Arhart just hit the ramp and made it through, making heavy contact over there in turns 3 and 4. I mean, Larry, it's hard to keep up with, but I mean, we're dumping radiator fluid all over the place. There's water getting poured out of the bottom of some of these vans, and we're just barely getting this thing started.
And right now, the leader at 169 Banks, Jake Shearbrook, in the 369, giving him a very tough time in the left van right now.
Well, and we may have an issue here. The jump has been moved on the back straightaway, and I'm not sure if we're going to have to bring out a yellow or a red flag here, because now that jump is pointed straight towards the infield as the 169 of Banks hits the jump.
He made it work. There goes the 32. Speedy Cop.
Speedy Cop getting by, and this time by, Banks is getting a high five from our flagman AJ, as that indicates we think we're going to have 5 laps to go. But how about the number 1 bus of Arhart? He has just continued to hit the ramp. He said, you know what, I hit it once, I might as well just keep doing it.
And I don't know what the number, I don't know who's driving the blue van, but it has taken a beating from that one van.
That was the race coming by, and that one van, I don't know how there's any water pressure left in that thing at all. And he's just going to hit the ramp again. There goes the back bumper.
Lost a bunch of stuff out of the back of it that time. The one van.
Yeah, I don't think these things are going to be used as a group again anytime soon, and you certainly don't want this thing coming to soccer practice.
We'll just call this the blue van on the front straightaway right now. No name, no number.
Well, and Banks, the good thing that he's got going right now, he's got pretty big advantages. Arhart just continues to pummel that ramp back there at this point with the way some of these vans are starting to drop. If you're Banks, you just got to try to bring it home here at this point. He's got a 3-lap advantage right now over the rest of the field based off our timing and scoring.
We have half the vans still running. We've got 4 vans running, and then we've got 4 scattered around the racetrack.
Jake Shearbrook, I thought, was about to barrel roll that time over the ramp, and there goes the 1. I don't think that thing's going to make it any further. But what do I know?
Completely lost the rear bumper. There's more parts and pieces over turn 3 than you can even count.
We swear this is not a demolition derby, but that's normally what it ends up looking like. And I feel bad for the poor crew that's going to have to clean this one up. They're going to earn their money's worth here. White flag is out. Banks, can he get it around one more time?
Come on, dude. These 2 vans on the back straightaway, they may have something to say about him making it around one more time.
One able to go over one more time. I'm pretty sure if there was a winner for who hit the ramp the most times, it was that number 1. But for Banks, the 169, one final time through turn number 4, back onto the front stretch. Your winner, the 169 of Banks.
That was quite the show.
That's what it's all about. As we'll get ready to send it down here to Victory Lane, and we're gonna have some cleanup. 169. You know what? I won this thing. Let's try to make sure there's no way we can drive this thing home.
Trying to put that van out of its misery, I think.
And I think that last jump might have did it in. Well, he that blue van just destroyed the whole front end of that thing. I mean, all the lights and everything. I mean, we talked about how nice a van that looked at the start of this thing, and not anymore.
Saw Jake Sherbrooke in that 369. He did the jump the last time down the back straightaway. Now he has just pulled up there behind the winner, Banks, in the 169.
Make some noise, Stafford Speedway. Your winner, Banks, getting a ride to the start-finish line. And our host puts the checkered flag up in the air and salutes a sold-out crowd at Stafford Motor Speedway.
Who wants to see the number 4 get a W tonight? All right. Also, I vow right now, if I win, I will give the lawnmower to someone in the crowd.
A John Deere?
Yeah, I have a John Deere 0 turn. So I'm gonna be honest. I'd rather see one of these guys with my John Deere. So if I win, someone's going home with a John Deere. That's what's up.
Infield, I promise you, there'll be fireworks probably down in turn 1 and 2 after they take the green flag.
There will be fireworks aplenty here in the inaugural running of the New England 900. Pace car heads for the infield. Fans begin to rise to their feet. And here we go for the first time at Stafford Motor Speedway. The New England 900 is underway. The green is out. It's Roman Atwood quickly to the race lead. Forrest having issues as Forrest Lawson is way up the racetrack as he's going to drop all the way to the tail end of the field. New challenger up front, that's KSR, Kevin Smith, on the rear bumper of Roman Atwood as they come by for the first time at full speed.
Positions, they go back off into turn 1 and 2.
New race leader, it's the 78 of Kevin Smith. As we see from the drone flying high behind the number 78, as you see them work their way down the back straightaway here at Stafford Motor Speedway as they work their way down into turns 3 and 4. Kevin Smith with a pretty nice lead built out front already as they are scrapping behind 661, Jim York. Doctor's orders who? He's all the way up into 4th already.
Just remember though, Kevin Smith, KSR, you interviewed him down there, Jake, on the grid. A backup car, and we wasn't sure if Kevin was going to make it here or not, had travel issues today.
It has been quite the day for Kevin Smith, and it's quite the day here for several of our drivers mid-pack. There you see Cleetus, Jackson, there may have been a little contact there as we look up front here. York battling side by side with Roman Atwood as Dr. Parker's got that right rear fender hanging off just a little bit. Kevin Smith, he's loving what he's seeing behind him with all that side-by-side racing going on.
Well, 7-car, Parker, Cleetus' brother, Parker pointed out that about every panel on that car was already bent. Now, to your point, you've got the rear bumper about to fall off.
Jim York got big time sideways. It looked like that time coming down into 3 and 4. A little pressure from behind now as the 813 begins to close in. The field again continuing to spread out there. Excuse me, that's going to be the 13 of Tommy Evgad there, applying some pressure to the 661 of York. They come off, and we got a car going around mid-pack that looks like Kyle Wade of the Boosted Boys, and the yellow flag is coming out. Our first yellow, just 5 laps into this one. There you see the 198 car making a little bit of a way there. That's going to be Travis Pastrana. 3 wide, Jack Stand, Jimmy contact. Brentford PFI Speed and LS George down into the grass. Can they gather it up and will we stay green? Yes, we will. Real bad.
Well, you're sideways and then you're in the grass, and that just magnifies the sideways. But somehow, some way, he drove it out of that and did not spin out. We got a big time smoker down in turn 3. Looks like he's spraying for mosquitoes.
I would say the engine has expired on the 24 machine, and we're going to need to probably put the yellow flag out here if the 24 can't get down to the bottom of the racetrack. 42 into the 661. Jim York is around. Dr. Parker makes slight contact, and we have a yellow on the speedway with 34 laps completed. Call here with Dr. Parker. He's going to make a little bit of contact, but man, that could have been a whole lot worse. Bounced it off that safer barrier and able to continue on, and several others got awful close too. Attacking the corners, and there goes Cleetus. Up to the front and to the lead goes Cleetus McFarland, and he's bringing Travis Pastrana along with him into second. Kevin Smith goes from first to third, and as they come by the line to put lap 39, Cleetus leads it.
Year and a half or so.
He has not had the finishes nor the results that he is used to getting, but he is on a string of some pretty solid finishes, but has yet to get to victory lane since the 2023 Freedom 500. He's battling right now with the 198 of Travis Pastrana. Pastrana gets a great cross off the turn number 4. Yes, he does. Now Cleetus tries to do a little bit of a slingshot move and tries to drop down to the bottom. Can't make it work. New race leader, Travis Pastrana.
Remember, Travis started all the way back on the back row, qualified second. The field was inverted. Took him 40 laps from the back row all the way to the lead. The New England 900. Cleetus McFarland to the inside. Down turn
higher. You leave that bottom groove open, and Cleetus going all the way down to the banking, trying to take advantage of the quick way and the low line around the racetrack. These two drivers continuing to swap the lead back and forth up front. How about it, Stafford Motor Speedway? What a show! Cleetus McFarland and Travis Pastrana.
Greg Biffle got 70 up there battling on the outside before.
Oh, Cleetus and Travis, you want to battle it out for the race lead? Well, don't look now. Here comes the fifth. Greg Biffle up into fourth. Kevin Smith still rides right there in third, and we got a car smoking in the middle of the field. It's J.H. Diesel. J.H. Diesel up in smoke. He continues on, and I believe that car has some overheating issues. We're only halfway home, 45 laps to go. Two cars are out of this one. 17 still remain on track. And the man himself, Cleetus McFarland, leads the way with Travis Pastrana in the 198 to the outside, and the green is underway, and the second half of the New England 900 gets underway.
Second row, he stayed with Cleetus. Look at Pastrana fighting on the outside through turns 1 and 2. Can he clear Cleetus as they get on the back stretch?
Pastrana just barely able to get out in front of the number 4 car, but here comes Cleetus charging back once again to the inside. Pastrana slides up the track. Cleetus plants the right foot, tries to get side by side for the race lead, but it's going to be Pastrana taking the top spot.
Greg Biffle in the 70 car, he got shoved up as high in 3 and 4 that last time. He's actually losing a spot. Tommy in that 13.
Tommy Epia all the way back up into the 4th spot. Dr. Parker contact as Tommy Epia and Greg Biffle hit the outside wall. He drove Biffle right up into the outside wall, and the yellow flag is out. Tommy must not have known that Greg was there. Visual replay, and you see it right there. Tommy just did not realize Greg was there to his outside. So Kevin Smith, Brent from PFI Speed on that front row, but row number 2, Cleetus McFarland, Ty Braun, Derek from Vice Grip Garage up into the top 5 as the pace car heads for the infield. We're ready to go back to green. 9 laps remaining in the New England 900. Kevin Smith leads him through the restart zone. The green flag is back out, and again, Kevin Smith with a
get a good restart whatsoever. In fact, he's going to fall back to third, following the clutches. Maybe a Ty Braun now. He's got an issue stacking up on the backstretch.
From PFI Speed He went all the way down on the bottom of the racetrack and could not make it work. It looks like the 33 might have a tire down. He's looking to try to get to the infield. Can't get that thing to turn. That left front might be down in Rich from BFI Speed. Has gone from second all the way to the tail end of the field, and it looks like he's going to stop on the bottom of the racetrack. And he is not going to be able to get that thing back to the pit area, and we are going to be under yellow once again. Tonight, Cleetus McFarland and Kevin Smith have gotten together at the front of the field, Larry.
Are they going to give Kevin Smith, though, the lead back?
I don't know. We saw that earlier. What are they going to do here?
He thinks they are because he's pulling back up there. Let's take a look at this replay here. We could see this happening. We could see this coming right here.
He was pretty sideways all on his own there, but did he get help before that? We'll have to check and see. Oh, and they're keeping the number 4. They're parking it down here on the front stretch. Cleetus is just blaring on the board right now as you see the replay again, and LS George absolutely nowhere.
2 seconds later.
Cleetus is stopping again here on the front stretch. He's climbing out. He's on AJ, our flagman, tell him to go to the back. And you don't want to get that black flag waved at you. He's threatening him. I don't care if your name's on the race. Now, the black flag was not waved at him, or has it? Because they're saying here on the screen that you're done, but they're showing Cleetus. He's got to go back to the rear. I don't know. Cleetus has got that helmet.
We've seen the helmet throw.
Cleetus,
if you're going to throw it, make sure you're accurate. Make sure you're accurate.
Here comes the field coming by the start-finish line. I think we know who Cleetus has got his eye on. Tosses the helmet and connects.
This may be the first time I have seen a driver dump a driver and then get out and throw his helmet at the driver he dumped.
Yeah,
this would be a first.
That would be a first. And no offense to Cleetus, I'm going to give the Tony helmet throw a little bit of a better grade than that one. That's a nice helmet, though. You don't want to break the green. And Cleetus on the field. Going to buff out, and Biffle is done.
We stay green.
Green remains out as Biffle has been able to get down to the infield and out of harm's way here. White Strip Garage also got a piece from that as well. He's down to the infield. His night might be over as well. KSR with the lead. Travis Pastrana in second. Third is LS George. Zach Walker up to fourth, and Cleetus McFarland up to fifth, and they're coming to the line. 5 laps to go as you see Biffle there getting taken out. Here comes Smith to the line. 5 laps remaining. Starting to open up about 8, 9, 10 to the second lead over Pastrana. He's going to pull away from Pastrana. Off the advance of LS George down on the bottom. Zach Walker going to wash up the track just a little bit as Cleetus goes side by side with Jack Stan Jimmy for fifth.
Either Kevin Smith gets really good restarts or everybody else gets bad restarts because he pulls away on every single one of them, and there's been plenty of them.
My first question to Kevin would be, what are you doing on these restarts differently than everybody else? But I don't know if he'd want to tell his secret. That last time back, Jack Stan Jimmy made a little bit of contact down in 3 and 4. They're going to do the same at 1 and 2. Pastrana went way up the racetrack. That opens the door. Here comes LS George to second.
That almost opened the door for Zach Walker to get third away. Yeah, they restart in first gear, and then they shift to second, and that's what they race in second gear.
LS George, remember, he was your fast qualifier earlier tonight, but had to start all the way in the field. see 2 laps to go.
Kevin Smith just saying as he's pulled away now to a good 5, 6, 7 car length lead. Guys, let's try to get these last 2 laps in.
Freedom 500 back in 2021 and a winner at Indianapolis back in 2023. Here goes Pastrana sending it now. I'm curious to see which drivers still have that boost left at the end and when and where can they use it. Coming out of turn number 4, the white flag waves for the 78 of Kevin Smith.
Pastrana has taken over that second place. They go to
Ellis George taking a peek down to the bottom, trying to get that second spot away. But for the driver of the number 78, he had to start tonight in a backup car. Works his way through turns 3 and 4 for the final time. The winner of the inaugural New England 900 is the 198. Zach Walker is 4th, and rounding out the top 5 is the number 69 of Jack Stan Jimmy. What a race, what a battle. Kevin Smith overcomes all the adversity, getting spun around 2 different times, able to hang on to the race lead, and Kevin Smith is going to get to celebrate the win here at Stafford Motor Speedway, winning the inaugural New England 900.
Cleetus' guys. The 2 cars, you got Stafford Racing work for Cleetus.
This is now his 5th win, 2 wins in the Danger Ranger, a Freedom 500 crown, an Indy 800 crown, and now the New England 900 belongs to KSR as he is burning it down on the front stretch of Stafford Motor Speedway.
By the way, he owns the John Deere 0
Yes, he does. Lights are going out over the speedway, and we're about to light up the sky, Stafford.
He's got a peek.
Yeah. Sitting back.
sipping the same